What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. Thank you guys for the follows, the shares, the subscribes, the likes on whichever of the three platforms that I'm on. Instagram, on here, and on Threads. The energy is interesting. You could definitely be feeling charged up right now. That eclipse, you could feel like a lot of negative energy has just evaporated. And it's really, really cool. I mentioned this energy of coming out of hermit mode and how a lot of you may be still keeping to yourself or not really sure if you can come out of hermit mode, if you can get to know people, if you can trust people. I feel like people are acting fucking crazy. And they kind of are. I'm getting now's the time for you to apply what you've learned. So for those of us who have unfortunately had the displeasure of coming across people that are just toxic, that want to abuse, that want to hurt, that want to use, a lot of those people are in their decline now. Confirmation. And 117 and 123 could be significant. You're going to start to meet people that resonate with you now, that vibrate on your same frequency. And one good thing about that too is that you're not going to feel like you have to compete as much. And when I say compete, for a lot of us, we're not trying to compete. Other people are trying to compete with us. You could feel like you naturally attract envy, jealousy. People just seem to want to try you when you're not provoking that behavior. So a lot of you have gotten comfortable just staying to yourself. I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. I'm a big advocate for people using the time that they have the way they want to use their time. If that means that you live a very solitary life, honestly, I don't believe anything's wrong with that. But if you want to venture outward and connect with people more, then the door is open for you to do that. But apply what you've learned as far as boundaries. Trusting your intuition is a big thing. We're no longer giving second chances or the benefit of the doubt, or maybe trying to rationalize what you could be seeing from people as far as weird behaviors. You're kind of just trusting whatever you feel or whatever you see. So if someone is not seeming like they're engaged or they want to connect with you, whereas many of us before used to kind of try to find an explanation for that or try to make it make sense by our standards, I feel like a lot of you are not doing that as much anymore, or not at all, or you're being called to stop doing that. Because for a lot of you, the past season that just closed out was about you recognizing and validating what you see to be true, knowing your perception is accurate. So confirmation. So continue with that. Don't fall back into old habits. I feel like if you continue with that, you keep setting boundaries, you keep trusting your gut, you keep showing up as your best self, because that's going to attract the quality of people that you actually want. So that's a big part of this. Show up as your best self, attract the people that see that version of you, your higher self, your authentic self, and hold space for that. Those are going to be the safest people for you to be around. For a lot of you, you could feel like you could be good friends with people, but other people can't necessarily be friends with you. And that's because of the point I made a second ago about seeming to attract envious people or energy vampires or users or abusers. Again, you're ascending to a point where that type of stuff is not going to be part of your reality. If those people with that type of energy try to approach you, they're going to be immediately repelled. And part of that has to do with you applying your boundaries, both energetic and physical and verbal. Telling people you don't fuck with them when you don't fuck with them, when you have a valid reason to feel that way as well. But yeah, like you could feel like you're constantly put in positions where you have to dim yourself. And that's very common for a lot of us. If you resonate with the terms chosen one, star seed, whatever term you'd use. When you shine brightly, it makes a lot of people just not like you. Like, even before you necessarily introduce yourself, people can just pick up on energy. And when you have a very bright aura, when you have a very influential sort of energy, it attracts haters. It does. I'm not gonna tell you it doesn't, but it also attracts other people that are respectful of that and genuinely appreciate you, and other people that also have that sort of powerful aura. So what I will say is, do not shrink yourself. Like, don't feel, put it this way, if you encounter a person and you feel like you're picking up on some hater energy and you're feeling inclined to shrink yourself, that is a trauma response. Do not do that. 555. Let them sit with the discomfort, but remove yourself, because that's not your job. Like, your job is to be yourself. So if you're showing someone kindness and you're being respectful and you're trying to initiate some type of connection, and the person just seems to have weird energy for no apparent reason, like nothing you're doing is triggering that, take that as a sign that that's not someone you should connect with. You could have, for some of you, you could have just met a new person. Like, you maybe put your toe in the water and said, you know what, I'm going to step out of the house or I'm going to attend an event, or I'm going to enter some type of group, or whatever the case. Like, you've made a bid for connection and you met a new person. For some of you, this person could have immediately tried to test you. This happens all the time. I tell you, it's like something about your energy. When you are that person, people immediately want to like fuck around and find out. It's just a trend that I've noticed, right? And you picked up on it. I feel like for someone here, you picked up on the weirdness. You picked up on that energy of like that little weird, spiteful twinge. It's like a very subtle thing, but now you can pick up on it. For a lot of you, you feel like maybe your intuition wasn't hitting like that before. You didn't pick up on certain things. You couldn't read a room as well. Everyone that didn't have the best sight now has like the most poppin' fucking clairvoyance ever. So you're definitely reading situations accurately. And that's not to say never be above correction, go into every situation assuming that you can never be wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, a lot of you are clocking in at a good 98.9% accuracy. Trust yourself, and that'll help you navigate a lot of these issues that you find with people. But for someone here, someone tried to test you. They did. They tried to test your gangsta. You picked up on it, and you were like immediately no. But for someone here, you could have felt someone get the inclination to try you, and they immediately understood why that's a bad idea. So you could have met a person that tried to kind of like, let me see if I can enter this energy with this person. Let me see if they're really that. Because some of it is like people want to prove to themselves, like, oh, let me see if they're actually this good, or let me see if they're actually this perfect. You're not necessarily saying you're perfect. Some other people can read you as like, oh, this person is so good, or they have this positive quality that's just so amazing. And because they're envious, they'll try to put you in positions where you have to now prove to them if you are what they're assessing you as. It's really their own issues, but like, someone tried that and you could have noticed like immediately the energy switched in the interaction. Like, the person started off, this is like a first date type of thing, or like a first outing, or like some type of engagement with the person within a very short window of time. Like, this could even be like within 5 minutes, person started getting weird, and then it's like immediately it reversed or something. That's your spiritual protection or a download or whatever that person picked up on, as far as like why you're not the one to be played with. So you're also going to see some of that, like people that try to be weird and then they immediately retreat. Like, there's going to be situations where you don't even have to address certain people's behavior, because they're just immediately going to feel something and they're going to know you're not the one to fuck with. So that's going to happen as well, especially as you continue to step further into whatever you're supposed to be doing or showing yourself more. it increases the amount of respect that people show toward you. So like I said, in a nutshell, to see more of the better people that life has to offer, commit to being your best version, and that's going to happen automatically. Because a lot of people that would be haters are going to be repelled when you're in that energy. Because they're already going to know they can't fuck around in your space, like in your environment. But also they're going to get immediate consequences for doing so. So if you're feeling nervous, start small. Like maybe go to an event, I don't know, go to the library, whatever. Like try a new restaurant or whatever. I know a lot of you guys are short on money, like, so you could be saving money right now. No, you don't have to do a bunch of expensive things. Like just go outside. Like for a lot of you, you've just been in the house a lot. It definitely makes sense why, because look at the world right now, right? But you have to understand that the frequency that you're on, what you're going to experience is different from what a lot of other people are experiencing now. Yeah.